Hey everyone, it's Wingspan TT, and if you're watching, you know what time it is. It's time for Duels 2013 Duels Yugi. And today we're looking at something brand new to the Duels of the Planeswalkers series, and that is encounters. So here are some encounters. You'll see here are some of the actual Planeswalker fights, just like the previous duels, and now there's different planes you walk to, I suppose. One does not simply walk into Innistrad, but they do if they're a Planeswalker. Here are more. We'll just talk about these in a second. So what is an encounter? It's not like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's not like the kind of encounter you have in a back alley in Manhattan. It's not like a casual encounter you have on Craigslist. No, an encounter. Well, I'll just do it. Then you can see what the encounter is like. And I'm going to use Pack Instinct for this one. You'll see why. So basically what an encounter is, you're not fighting another Planeswalker, you're fighting an interesting deck that only has 40 cards, okay? And as it said in that little tooltip, the idea of the encounter is that every time you play it, it's going to be exactly the same. So my enemy here, which are these ugly-ass hawks, have this deck. They will always draw the same cards in the same order. They'll always play the same cards in the same order, which in this case, on turn 1, is going to be Suntail Hawk. Okay, so if you play this on any difficulty, any whatever, with any deck of your own, you're always going to face Suntail Hawk on turn 1. And this is basically going to go on. There's a pattern, and the idea is to play, to this pattern. Obviously, I don't have a choice here. I'm going to play Nature's Lore. Nature's Slore, it reminds me of Ghostbusters with the Slores. If anyone remembers that line, I really love that. And this is really interesting. So as you can't really tell from the campaign screen back there, but encounters are completely optional. And turn 2, Suntail Hawk. You might be thinking he's going to play another Suntail Hawk right now. You're wrong. So he's going to attack me for 1. But actually, this first encounter is kind of lame, but it's also kind of interesting, is that he's just going to play 1 Suntail Hawk every turn for the rest of the game. There's no limit. He doesn't have 4 in his deck. He has like 35 of them. And he's just going to keep pumping them out. So here we go. This is like some Magic 101 shit for you guys. I see. Should I play this one? Or should I get this thing on the board? But then I get 5 on the board. Get this thing out faster. Rather just get these out first. So you play the Nature's Lore with 2 mana. Now you only have 2 untapped left. You're going to go get a Forest. Now you have 3. And now you play the Brindlebore. Not related to Dumbledore, even though it sounds very similar. The AI in this game is kind of dumb, at least on the mage setting, and yes, I did realize the mage setting is actually the easiest setting. Whenever I cast Brindlebore, it instantly sacrifices to gain 4 life. It never, waits until it's low on life. It never, blocks with it and then sacrifices it. It never, fakes you out or sacrifices it when you attack the Brindlebore. So now I'm taking some damage as we just get more and more of these Suntail Hawks just beating down on me. Here we go. I could get this guy that could block flyers. But really, right now, I could be taking 3 damage a turn, or I could be dealing massive amounts of damage a turn to him. 4-4, or attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 a turn. Yeah, let's just get the beats down. I'm just going to try to beat this guy out for damage right now. Encounters. It's very interesting because you'll find that this is a very easy way to unlock cards because this guy only has 40 cards and this deck is very singular in strategy and you know exactly what they're going to do. You can unlock cards rather quickly doing these encounters. 2 is interesting because it does test your deck in interesting ways. You do see, how would my deck beat a weenie deck? Well, you can't get more weenie than this, where it's just literally playing a 1-1 every turn. So you do get to test your deck. Number Gamma is that it's just it just has a fun, interesting lore feeling. Instead of just fighting Planeswalker, you're fighting these creatures. It's just these interesting little creature variations that's up there. Now, I've had interesting Magic encounters in the past. Let's see. Yeah! Boom! 7-7. So, look, he might have hit me all these turns, but I'm going to make up for it in 1 turn by just dealing 7 damage. Knock him down to 11. When I was in Paris, there's this magic shop in the 10th arrondissement, I believe. It's the 10th. It might be the 8th. Called Le Mans Rouge. If you are ever in Paris, I highly recommend you stop there, assuming it's still in business. Le Mans Rouge, I played a lot of Magic games there. I learned a lot of French there thanks to the excellent staff there who helped me learn both Magic-related French and other related French, mainly name-calling and cursing. But I had an interesting encounter one day. It's this comic shop and magic shop, primarily kind of like a board game shop. But downstairs in the basement, they have like a huge comic section and some extra games they don't have upstairs. So yes, now I'm gonna block. It's like he didn't even know that this thing had a reach. All right. So one day I'm there. It's a late night on a Friday. Yes, I was that cool. I was hanging out in a comic shop on a Friday. Yeah, this is totally going to distract me from the actual game. And I was like, I haven't been down in the basement. I wonder what they have there. Do they have extra magic cards? Carte, that's the French word. So I was just going to look for these cards. I decided to just stroll on down there. And it was actually kind of weird because, so I was down there. It's really kind of dark. You know, it's this like magic dungeon. And these two guys, like after I was down there for like 10 minutes, they come downstairs, and now these two guys come downstairs. They're wearing trench coats, really shady looking guys, and now it's just me and them downstairs, and I was kind of like on the opposite side of the room. Yeah, this is totally gonna ruin the gameplay experience for you guys. And I'm on the opposite side of the room, and they keep looking at me. They just keep looking at me, and I, you know, I had been down some shady parts of Paris. It's definitely not a safe city compared to a lot of other places I've been. And I was getting kind of nervous because, you know, I was bigger than maybe one of these guys, but not both of them. And the fact that they're staring at me in this dungeon is just a little unnerving. So, after a while, I'm like, I'm going to go. I'm just going to go. This is too scary. Yeah, I could win this turn, but I'm just going to tell you the rest of the story. So I'm going to go, and I start walking like I'm going to leave. And one of the guys, like, just stops me. He's like, and this is all in French, and my French is, you know, decent at the time. He was like, "Excuse me, you look like a curious fellow. Are you curious?" I'm like, he's like, "I just need to know, are you a curious man?" And of course, this is just extremely bizarre for me. This is just, I was just like, geez, wow, what an uncomfortable question with all the, at least in English, the connotations of that question. And I just think at this point, I'm just going to get raped in a comic dungeon in Paris, and no one's going to know. And I'm going to have some kind of horror story. So I tell the guy no, and he's like, "No, I can tell." He's like, you like to play, you like games. And I'm like, and then he just like reaches like into his fucking jacket. And where he pulls out, no, it's not a big black dildo. He pulls out a card game that he and his friend there have invented. And they're like, "We're actually entrepreneurs, and we've created this new card game. It's similar to Magic, but it's kind of based around the lore of King Arthur, and we were wondering if you'd be interested in trying to play a prototype of it. We're having a gameplay session of it next week." And I was like, and I just started laughing so hard, and it was obvious that he got offended because, you know, because I'm laughing. I'm like, no, I'm not laughing. I thought you guys were going to murder me. And there you go. So I didn't get, whoa, did I play that totally wrong? Does it? Oh, I gave this guy the plus. God damn it, because I'm distracted. This guy's the one with the trample. All right, wow, that was a huge waste. See what I lose for you people? Bountiful Harvest sucks. Everyone's saying Bountiful Harvest is good. It is not good. Wow, I could gain 6 life. Any other card in my deck could be more useful than gaining 6 life right now. Like if there's another creature, I could do more damage next turn, or I could block, or if this were some kind of pump spell, I could have redeemed myself and pumped my creature. So this sucks. This absolutely sucks. Everyone's saying this is a good card. No, I'm sorry. I've been playing Magic since Tempest. This is not a good card. Just saying. It's like, wow, I can gain 6 life from this. I can gain 4 life from a creature that's actually useful, alright? There you go. So anyway, I just want to tell that story because it's a Magic-related story, it's an encounter-related story, and it's a me not getting murdered story, which is always good. I have plenty of stories where I almost get murdered, but it turns out that I just have an overactive imagination, and that no one was going out of their way to murder me the whole time. Great card, Blanchwood Armor. And here we go, I'm just going to steamroll this guy, and here we go with the mass select. I love this. This just feels, ha-ha, boom! Eat it, encounter. basically it. Attack for massive damage. 14, 22, I can't even count this high. It's really high. It's really high. It's way more than 3. Alright, boom. Wingspan TT wins. You're gonna be seeing this a lot, guys. And gals. I'm an equal opportunity face stomper. Unlock the Colony Hydra. And I don't know if in the full version there's just going to be another option that says continue to next challenge or go back to menu, because this goes to a ladder. This does not go to the actual campaign. This is replay the same encounter, and this goes to your deck manager. So far I've just been clicking deck manager so I can, you know, edit my deck. And the first fucking thing I'm going to do, you guessed it, boys and girls. You guessed it. You guessed what card I'm going to take out. Is this shit. Yeah, goodbye, Bountiful Harvest. Nice knowing you. Anyway, guys, I'm Wingspan TT from TopTierTactics.com. I hope you come back to check out more videos. I will be posting more videos, more encounters, and some plane chase. People have been thirsty, hungry, starving for these videos, because for some reason I am the only person, we're the only outlet, Top Tier Tactics, the only outlet at all of E3 of the hundreds of journalists there who ended up posting anything about this game. So I don't know why. It's a cool game, and I saw a lot of pre-E3 coverage for this, but whatever. I guess you're just gonna have to keep coming back to me, which I can't say is a bad thing. See you next time on my channel, see you next time on my website, and I'll see you next time in a Parisian comic dungeon.